1,
2,
3,
4.
Monster movie.
Fun time, go! Monster movie.
Fun time, go. Monster.
Movie.
Fun time.
Go!
Monster movie. Fun time, go.
With Precious D and Honeybee.
Fun time, go!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm Precious D.
And I'm Honeybee.
Today we're doing just a little short mini episode so I can complain about Call of Duty. Honeybee, have you ever played Call of Duty?
I have not. I know a bunch of people who have. I have watched people play it, but I am not really
Okay.
into shooter games.
But you know what it is.
Yeah.
Seen it played.
I've seen it played.
We mentioned this in our Kaiju News a few weeks ago, that there was a Monsterverse Operation Monarch Call of Duty game. I have since played it, and I know what it is now.
Tell the kids about it.
At the time, I was complaining because I thought I had to buy the game and then buy an add-on. But you might still have to buy it. So it's called Operation Monarch, and it's for Call of Duty Warzone and Call of Duty Vanguard, which are apparently two different things, but they're kind of the same thing. It's very confusing. I don't get it. I've played very little Call of Duty. I'm not much into it. But I believe what happened is I have a PlayStation Plus membership, and I think Call of Duty Vanguard was one of the so-called free games you get with your PlayStation Plus membership. Every month you get 2 or 3 free games that you can add to your library with your PlayStation Plus, but they're not really free. They're just included with your membership price. They're not actually free. You're paying for this monthly membership.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. Turns out this Vanguard was already in my library, and this Operation Monarch thing is just a temporary event, a limited time event within the game. So it runs from May 11th to May 25th. We are recording this on the 22nd, and I hope to have it out by tomorrow, but we'll see. The thing is, I played it, of course, and I hated it.
What? Okay, wait. Back up. You said you don't play Call of Duty very often anyway, right?
Right. I played it maybe two or 3 times.
And do you usually like games like that?
I like shooter games. I like first-person shooter games, and I like third-person shooter games. Frequently, I play a game called Destiny and Destiny 2. Currently play Destiny 2, which does have a player versus player mode. It has a player versus the machine mode, but there's also player versus player mode where you're in a little arena and on a little team.
Oh, cool.
And I'm not that familiar with Call of Duty. I think there's a solo mode, and then there's a little online team mode. But there's also a battle royale mode where you're just fighting against other teams of people.
Right.
And this Operation Monarch is in that battle royale mode. And the problem I have with it, one of the problems I have with it is it's the kind of game where somebody can kill you before you've even properly started playing.
What do you mean?
This is one of those games where somebody on another team can kill you before you've even properly joined the game. And that is very annoying. I'm sure the kids love it.
Yeah, sounds annoying.
So what it is, there's this island Caldera is somewhere in the Pacific, and I think it's a location that already exists in the game. But right now during this event, Kong is on the island, and Godzilla's waiting around in the water near the island, but he can't seem to actually come on land. And they're both tearing shit up, and you're supposed to try to gather intel on them. Every time you shoot them, you gather some intel. And you can also gather stuff. There's different little objectives that you can achieve. But you can't actually kill either of them. The best you can do is drive them away. And at some point, they'll go into a frenzy and just really tear shit up. They'll kind of attack each other a little bit, but they'll also just tear stuff up. But while you're trying to do this, there's other teams in there also trying to do it, but probably trying to kill you. You could just ignore each other and go about your business, but that's not going to happen. The other players are going to try to kill you.
Yeah.
And you come in on an airplane and you parachute out of the plane. And while you're still parachuting down, an enemy who's already on the ground can just target you and kill you while you're parachuting in. Or just as you've landed.
Pretty realistic.
Yeah. And then there's some kind of countdown. One of your teammates still has to be alive during the countdown in order for you to respawn. And if they're not, then I think you're all just out. And you got to start over.
Damn.
So I found that really frustrating and annoying. I'm sure there's people that play this all the time who are really good at it, but just the amount of time I had to sit out or the way somebody could snipe you. It's also one of the ones where you can have your microphone on while you play, but you don't have to. So one time when I was playing, one of the other players had their microphone on, and it sounded like a child who was playing while their mother was watching.
Hey. That's
Like
fun.
a small child, like under 10 years old, the voice sounded like.
Oh my gosh.
They were sort of explaining to the adult what was going on. Because they were like, no, this is just practice part. It hasn't really started yet. It'll really do this weird thing where it'll sometimes deploy you a couple of times before you're really being deployed. So you sort of get a little bit of practice in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it does this. So the kid was explaining how the game hasn't really started yet. This is just kind of practice. And then one time when I was parachuting in, and let's see, I landed on a tower and I could see two guys down there, and I started climbing down before I saw them. So I was like, oh, if I can get down fast enough before they see me, I can kill them from behind. And then as soon as I get off the ladder, a guy stabbed me from behind, and the guy was dressed as Ghostface from the Scream movies.
Oh, weird.
Because it's also the kind of game where you can unlock different skins that don't actually fit in with the World War II setting that you're playing in.
Wow.
So you can either buy or unlock special outfits. I got stabbed in the back, or possibly my throat was slit by fucking Ghostface from Scream. And I was just like, what the fuck?
Funny.
So that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. I've also seen some complaints online that the graphics look, it's 10 years old. The trailer looks much higher quality than the actual graphics in the game. The graphics for Kong specifically.
Yeah. Damn.
Godzilla, I think, looked okay, but yeah, Kong does look a little PS3-ish, I guess. There's also I guess it's kind of a glitch. I didn't read the details, but I saw somebody doing this, and then I read a headline about do they call it an XP farm? Sometimes a game will have a little area. It's not exactly a glitch. It's just sort of a thing that the designers didn't notice, where if you set up in a certain area, you can rack up a bunch of XP by just killing a bunch of enemies real quick or something. In this one, if you get right underneath Kong, you can shoot upwards into his balls, his crotch. They haven't drawn actual testicles on him, but you can get down there and shoot him in the crotch and rack up a bunch of XP, and he can't reach you because he can stomp on you and things. But if you're in the right position, he can't really get to you. One time I was parachuting in, I landed on Kong and died instantly. So you can't land on him and shoot him from there. So there you go, folks. That's our little mini episode about Operation Monarch within Call of Duty Warfare and Call of Duty Vanguard. You got a day or two left to play it by the time this comes out. I should also mention this patch came out, or this whatever you call it, event came out like a year after Godzilla vs. Kong. Maybe it's meant to be a little, because that Apple series is starting, well, but is it starting soon? They just now announced who the director was, so I guess it's not really starting soon. It's too late for Godzilla vs. Kong, and it's too early for the Project Monarch TV show.
I say it is never too late or too early.
Okay, so maybe it's designed to be a midpoint thing to just keep us aware and excited
Yeah.
about the Monsterverse while we're waiting for something to actually come out.
But a little bit of a miss, apparently. For you, anyways. If you guys liked it or play it and like it, let us know.
Yes, please. Please do. Let me know if you played. Let me know what your score was or your level was or whatever, what achievements you unlocked. Email us that at monstermoviefuntimego@gmail.com, or you can post it on our Facebook page or tweet it at us.
At me so I know it's real.
Checking our Gmail right now. Nope. Folks, nobody has yet claimed the free code for Ultra Q. So send me an email at monstermoviefuntimego@gmail.com with the subject line code. First one to do it gets a code for the complete series of Ultra Q. That'll do it for our mini episode. Thanks for joining us. Remember to keep calm and seek shelter in basements.
And please do not misuse science.
We won't see you, but you will hear us next time on Monster Movie Funtime Go.
Bye.
You've been listening to Monster Movie Funtime Go. If you enjoyed the show, please rate and review us on your podcasting platform of choice. Our theme song is by the Texicano Folk Rock Punk featuring Lita Lopez. You can support the show, find links to our social media, and even leave us a voice message at anchor.fm/mmftg. You won't. Shit.
You won't shit.